Are you the black sheep of the family? Bro, don't nobody in my whole family have locks but me. Actually, growing up, I don't even remember having friends that had locks. And yet, here I am. Hello, my name is Chris and I am a lock enthusiast, and I have a modern take on locks, and I share those thoughts here on this channel. So speaking of being the black sheep of the family, let me humbly explain to you what I have learned now that I am 4.5 years into my lock journey. Thank you. One of the most important things that I learned is that being different, it's not bad, it's a superpower. What's really crazy is that people think that being different is something bad, but it's really not. It is in your best interest to stand out. And being the only one in my family that had locks and not having any friends that had locks, let me tell you, I definitely stood out. At first, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little uncomfortable. But then after a while, I noticed that being different was gonna take me very far. Standing out in a crowd allows you to achieve more in life. For example, how do you get a dream job? By standing out from all the other applicants. You can't blend in. You have to stand out to be picked. If you are an aspiring singer, rapper, or actress, what does it take to be famous? That it factor. And that it factor makes you stand out. If you're into content creation, how can you go viral? By doing something different. So if you have a different look, if you dress different, you never know where life would take you with that superpower. So when it came to my locks, being the black sheep of the family, it really didn't bother me. Because that meant I had something that nobody else had around me, which made me totally stand out. And you never know where you will end up being different. You might just end up exactly where you want to be. Now, this one is a shocker for most people, but I learned long locks is no longer my ultimate goal. When I first started my lock journey, I just wanted long locks. I wanted it ASAP. But now that my locks is growing at a rapid speed, I don't even want that no more. And let me tell you why. Wash days have become a pain in the ass. My hair gets very, very heavy when it's wet now. So I'm in the shower and I'm like this and I'm like that. I miss when my little locks stopped right here, because when I washed my head, it was just so light and I can get in there and I can really play around with it. But now that my locks is like here, they get heavy with water and they slosh around. It's just not as free and easy as it used to be. Also, I cannot do the same hairstyles that I used to do when I had shorter locks. All the cute hairstyles, like your locks stop right here, right there. That's it. That's the sweet spot. When they start getting long, it's hard to do the little cute little styles, you know, because they're just long and one length. It's like blah. So sometimes I find myself like praying, like, come on hair, just slow down just a little bit more so I can just get out some more cute hairstyles. But don't you worry, I ain't gonna let that happen. You know, I'm always gonna come up with some cute lock hairstyles regardless. Another thing, sleeping with long locks, you end up sleeping on some actually tickle you in your sleep. If you didn't tie them up or have a bonnet over them, when you zipping up your jacket, sometimes some get stuck up in the zipper. Yeah, I'm learning. Long hair comes with its cons. But we can't stop hair growth, can we? So we just gonna roll with the punches. So I decided that my new hair goal is just to have healthy locks. I'm not gonna focus on the length because I'm pretty much at the length that I desire right now. My primary goal now is just a happy scalp and healthy locks. 4.5 years in my lock journey, and I have wholeheartedly learned that black women is missing out on a certain type of freedom. And the freedom that I'm talking about is the freedom to just be with their hair. Oh, you want an example? Getting up and going. That is a freedom in itself. I noticed with Latina women and Asian and Caucasian women, they can kind of just get up and go. But black women, there's a lot of straightening, flat ironing, curling, adding a whole lot of products, gelling down this and that, or paying an arm and a leg to have hair attached to our hair. which all takes time. One of the things I love most about my locks is I get to get up and go. I may do my edges, but for the most part, I can have my hair done in about 8 minutes. I 100% feel like as Black women, we could be spending our time doing something else other than spending hours on our hair or at a hair salon. Be it working out, being piano lessons, side hustle, spending time with our friends and family, be it Bible study, be it meditation, something to benefit our mind, body, and soul, not hair. There is so much more to life. Personally, me, I spent a lot of time and a lot of money on my hair back in the day. As a matter of fact, I did some research. It seems that having low income in the Black community does not affect our spending dollars when it comes to hair. Low income households make up 44% of the Black hair care products in the USA. As Black women, we should strive for the same freedom that all the rest of the races have. And that is the freedom to be ourselves, to love our hair, and to not break our backs or have to bend backwards, spend hella money and hell of our time just to fit the European beauty standards. We're gonna get there, sisters. We gonna get there. This one is a doozy. So far throughout my journey, I noticed that locks garner a different type of respect. Grand rising queen. Good morning, sister. Greetings, Nubian. For the most part, I have noticed that men have been respectful regardless of how my hair is. But with locks, it's pretty different. I get a lot of queen and Nubian and sister and Black beautiful this and Black beautiful that. Which, hey, I'm not complaining. That is such a beautiful gesture from our men. But I do notice it. It is noticeable. And I think it comes from knowing exactly who you are. When you have locks, you cannot hide who you are. This is you. And a lot of people are very fond of that. They love seeing that. That is a trait of a queen. A queen, in order to rule, has to know exactly who she is. In order to be a great ruler, aka a queen, you have to know exactly who you are. So if you are just starting your lock journey and some brother come up to you and call you a Nubian queen, don't give them the stank eye. Just say thank you and go on about your day. I know a lot of women who feel like that is just so annoying, but I find it as a cute gesture because I feel like all women should be treated like queens. So I totally get where they're getting that gesture from. But nonetheless, I appreciate the sweet gesture. A lot of people, even Black people, believe it or not, are clueless, completely clueless when it comes to locks. They don't know how they're washed. They don't know how to keep them clean. They don't know how they actually form into actual locks. They don't know the proper word to call them. They still call them dreadlocks. There's some people that still believe that people with locks don't wash their hair. I mean, just, they don't know anything about it. Even though there is Google and YouTube just floating around here in the internet world, some people still don't know the basic knowledge of locks. I can totally understand a Caucasian person being very confused, but sometimes I feel like they know more about locks than we do as Black people. I've come to realize that there is some Black people in this world who believe that straight hair is the only way hair should be. They don't know anything outside of a weave, a perm, or a flat iron. And you know what? It's not our job to educate them on locks. When they come up to you and say, oh, can I touch your hair? I've never touched locks before. No. Well, how do you wash it? Is it Google? How does it form like that? Like, how did you get it to, to get it like Google? It is not our job. Now, if you want to be nice and do it, I mean, that's cool. Like I said, if you feel like being an educator and a teacher that day, that's totally up to you. But it is not your job. And I have learned throughout my journey that it's okay for me to strictly be a lock enthusiast and I don't have to be a teacher all the time. Quick question. Do you know that it's the woman that makes the hairstyle, not the hairstyle that makes the woman? Ah, yes indeed. Let's get into that. Being that my hair is not the pinnacle of the European beauty standard, I had to learn that looks in this world is just not enough. It can get you in the door, but your character, your wit, your personality is gonna get you exactly where you wanna be and exactly what you want. Locks force me to look inside and to rely on other characteristic attributes to get me further in life. I've learned to be funnier. I've learned to be more outgoing. I've learned empathy. As women, we tend to rely on our looks and our appearance in life to get us far. But what happens if, say, you get cancer and you lose all your hair? What happens if you get alopecia? What happens if you decide to lock your hair and you no longer fit in that all-American black girl category look? Locks have taught me you are more than just looks. That's why sometimes you see a man cheating on an average-looking woman, but his wife is drop-dead gorgeous. Because it's not always about looks. Locks will have you commanding the whole room because you have built the inner you strong like a muscle. And the universe and the world will bend to its knees for a woman who knows exactly who she is. You heard that song, I Am Not My Hair? Yeah. When I was little, I did not even pay attention to that song. But now that I'm older, I totally get what India was talking about. So my motto is, keep yourself up, but don't rely on them looks. Work on yourself a little bit more every day. I even learned how to be more creative. Having an unconventional hairstyle forces you to be creative. Listen, baby, I am always on the hunt for a cute, unique lock style that I can do. I've learned how to add some beads, some accessories, add some clips here, some bobby pins here. I've learned how to add in a couple pieces for length and for texture. Let me tell you, I have had so much fun trying different hairstyles with my locks, because black women would come to me in my DMs and they would say, oh, I really want to start locks, but I think it limits the hairstyles that I can do. It's too permanent. I like to do different hairstyles. And I was like, oh, really? Yes, locks are versatile. Yes, you can pull off plenty and plenty of hairstyles with locks, and they be cute. When I had my straight hair, I did the basic, swoop, ponytail, part down the middle, down. But now it's like a work of art. Now I add things in. Now I'm sculpting, now I'm framing my face with different hairstyles. It's a challenge and I love it. And I get so many compliments and it makes me feel so good, especially when I see little girls that say, oh my God, I love your hair. I feel like it's just a great example for the young black kids. Now I'm so proud of myself because I even perfected the lock bun. And that was one of the hardest things for me. The bun may sound simple, but getting all them locks to be uniformed and to stay put, that's a challenge. But if you want to learn how to do the perfect, easy lock bun, watch this video right here. And I also have a special tool that I use to make your lock bun look flawless and classy every time. No fails. Yes, indeed, my lock journey has been a special one. And I would love to learn about your lock journey. And I would like to know what you've learned so far. Because everybody's lock journey is different, but nonetheless, every lock journey is beautiful. Love you. Bye.